The first item on the agenda is approval of minutes from the January 25th, 2018 board meeting. Board members, are there any questions, additions, corrections to the minutes?
Motion for approval.
Second.
It's been moved and approved and seconded. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Minutes are approved. Please welcome Steve and John to discuss the recommendation regarding the next individual account funding round.
Good morning.
Good morning.
First time presenter, long time presenter.
Good luck.
Why, thank you very much. What do you say yes? An IDA or an individual development account is typically a 4-year savings program designed to encourage low-income families to save for the purchase of an asset. There's such things as home purchase, education or job training, and small business development. We've had success in the last 5 years with our active programs. We've had all 92 counties served. We've had 973 individuals participating in the program. They've combined their total savings to $620,215 over that time period. Out of those 973, 523 used their funds for home purchases, only 54% of that. And 148 of the participants furthered their education and job skills using IDA funds. Last summer in 2017, the Board of Directors approved IDA 013 Fast Track, or Phase 1 of our funding plan. It was an accelerated program with a 1.5 year of spending timeline, which traditionally is 4 years. And the goal was to use up unused or reallocated funds from that program year using the current program guidelines. The purpose was those funds are about to expire and would have to go back to the federal government. So we wanted to repurpose those and give them an opportunity to go back into the community and have a positive impact with them. Now, I'm here today for IDA 014 Fast Track, which is Phase 2 of our project. And again, it is an accelerated grant. Our goal was to fill the previous participant accounts that were unused for 2014 and use the less restrictive current program guidelines. And to do that, we repurposed this contract. Now, some of the advantages of the program guidelines that were implemented in the Fast Track for 2013 and for 2014 is that we were able to increase the federal poverty level amount from 175 to 200%. So it opens the door a little bit more for more individuals to participate. We've added owner-occupied care to the program, as well as principal induction. And we've added vehicle purchases. We have increased the max saving rate 3-to-1 to 4-to-1. And lastly, we were able to increase the administrative fee by $115 per participant account for the agencies who are administering that program. So there's a lot more incentives with the current program guidelines, a little bit more flexibility, additional asset purchases to have an impact on the family. So our network of agencies that we have this funding round has actually increased. We have 6 new agencies who applied this year. We have worked very hard to expand the base of agencies who are administering this program so we can reach out. With this, the funding, Fast Track, actually this really works really well for Habitat for Humanity and community development organizations, as they already have the current infrastructure and the education program that allows someone to move quickly through the program. We had agencies ask for actually over twice as many of the accounts that we had available. So there was like 523 accounts that we applied for, and we only had 212 available. That's just because we took what was left from the 2014 money, and this was the only accounts that we could actually that would use up those funds. So those are all positives, seeing where the program can go in the future. In allocating and determining the allocation amount, we look at all the new agencies. Typically, in the past, we've always just granted new agencies 5 accounts. So they can kind of get their feet, so to speak, and allows us to do some training with them, have additional TIPTON and beyond that, the classroom setting, to make sure that they understand the program, and they're successful as they go forward and can take on more responsibility with participants. We also looked at during previous organizations, and we looked to see if they still have, they had individuals or accounts from previous years that they had not. And from that, if they still had some, then we gave them a reduced amount of funds, participant accounts, just because this is a short period. Starting in, we'll be back in July, and we'll actually do a traditional 4-year period, and we'll go through that later. But since it's a short period, we want to make sure that everybody is successful to utilize those funds in a time period. Staff recommends awarding an allocation of IDA funding in an aggregate amount not to exceed $1,007,000 to the applicants as set forth in Table A to administer this IDA fast track program. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Steve, so that the money that we're being asked to approve that is to provide for about 200 some.
Yeah, 212 participant accounts.
And so how many have we actually provided for with the money that we have allocated in the past?
Normally it's around 400 per year. Okay. With last year's fast track, it was around 300.
And so how many years then?
It's a total 5-year program, 4 years for saving, and then it gives them 1 year to spend the funds. That's in a traditional setting. That's the one that works the best because it encourages saving habits and gets them a relationship with banks and their community partners.
Do we have any kind of metrics that measure how their behavior has changed, or has it helped or improved the behavior beyond the program? I mean, do we have any way of changing whether this program really is working in terms of changing the culture and encouraging people to stay on, to carry on beyond the program?
Yeah, outcomes are extremely important, and to do what you're asking, we'd have to go back and kind of do a survey. We touched on by the agencies kind of throughout the process,
but not beyond.
But not necessarily beyond that, because we get to watch them do financial education training with them, asset specific training with them, so you kind of get to see them through the process. You finally actually get to see them purchase their asset. But I think that's a good thing to explore in the future, and we can easily do that.
Or questions for Steve?
The only thing obviously I think kind of alluded to it was that obviously I understand the new accounts being held to 5, but then I see outside the new accounts some that were fully funded, and of course some that were not fully funded. And I just wanted to
We looked at a variety of factors when we were evaluating the agencies. Really, some of it just depended on their responses. For the most part, if you were a traditional agency and you had not billed previous accounts, then we did not give you the full amount that you were asking for. I think traditionally, some of them were even half. Where you may have asked for 10, but we gave 5. And that was just to make sure that we adequately filled the 212 accounts, but also didn't put a burden on them to try in a shortened period of time to rush people through the program and be unsuccessful.
Any additional questions? Yes.
What is the success rate of people fully funding the accounts? Individuals staying in the program for its entirety?
Ryan, you got
Sure, yeah. There is like any program throughout. We do see success because we are providing some services and the asset specific. So it's an investment. We see pre-screening, and so that's something we did do in the last few years to make sure that participants are getting committed, because again, it's quite easy to say you're you're going to save $25 a month for a lot of our low users. So we over the years kind of tried to bolster our success rate and sustainability for this program. We don't have a direct rate, we can certainly find out. But I would say it's very close to 80 to 100. We also do have some tracking mechanisms. People who do a little bit. We do pre-post assessment for throughout each individual educational class, as well as when they enter the program, take this program with full credit scores. We don't expect to see huge changes in fast track areas with credit scores, but we do track essentially survey. So we do have some
Any additional questions? I believe we're ready for your resolution.
Staff respectfully requests the board approve the following resolution. Resolved that the board approve awarding an allocation of operating funding in an aggregate amount not to exceed $1,007,000 to the 16 applicants as set forth in Table A to administer the IDA Fast Track Program.
You have a resolution or a motion? May I have a motion?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion prevails. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
And please welcome Alan Murkowski to discuss the recommendations for the 2018 local housing tax credit.
Morning, thank you. Here to present the 2018 annual tax credit recommendation. We do have a couple of points we're going to put up here for you. I know that you have copies of the slides, so you can see behind you there. So we'll get right into it. That's here. So before I get to the recommendation, just want to set something up as far as the background, as far as how we got to the point today. For the 2018 tax credit year, we have about 15,919,327 in total credits. We are carrying forward 55,736 from last year, giving us a per capita credit ceiling of 15,955,063. So those are that's the ceiling that you have to work with for the calendar year 2018. Summary of the round: we received 50 applications. The total credit requests for those 50 were $41.5 million, 2 million home requests, development requests to 12,482,000, and one request for housing trust for 100,000. Today we'll be recommending 15 applications for awards. The per capita credit recommendation today is $14,421,490. Recommended $800,000 in home funding, $4,310,000 in development fund, and $400,000 in housing trust fund. And the remaining credits that we're not allocating today to be used for the general set aside, which is the 10% set aside in the QAP. This year it's being dedicated to moving forward. So speaking on the process, it's a long process, of course, to get to the point we're at today. It really began last summer with the rewrite of QAP. We sat down with the developers after the round, had debriefings, and sat down with them again to discuss ideas and thoughts about where we should go as a state with QAP. So we had a lot of good feedback on QAP in the summer, graduated in the summer of 2017, and set the application deadline to December 7th. So 1 month prior to that, we're going to see the notice of intent. So every developer who's planning to apply is required to send us an application form indicating where the development is proposing to be. That then is used as the basis for our site visits. Our review team goes out and looks at every site, travels around the state to do so to make sure to understand where the site is and what's around it. Also, in the month of October, our inspector will go out and do review capital needs assessments and compare the structures based on the reports that we see to make sure that we have any proposals not leaving out. As I mentioned, applications are due November 6th. And once the applications come in, really our formal process of reviewing everything. So that at that point we begin kind of step by step, through threshold underwriting, market study, cost analysis, and scoring. As we get organized and start to do that, I sent a memo to the applicants on December 6th. That memo was to give them a timeline as to when they can expect to hear from us, so they have an idea, to watch their different emails and also check or share their file transfer sites so that they know what information on the projects will be available to them. Notify the highest level. So every community that has a tax rate application will require by the code to notify the highest level official. We did that in the month of December to notify them of the project details. Then on January 3rd, we issued correction and clarification letters. So at that point, reviewing the application threshold, if there are any areas that are deficient, didn't meet our threshold requirements, or we just had clarification on, we issued letters, uploaded letters to our file on the sharing site. We had 2 weeks to respond to address those deficiencies or to point out if there's something that we didn't see that impacted tiers of deficiency. So they have 2 weeks to respond to that. And then at the end of January, we issued a preliminary. These 4 sheets are our opportunity for the developers to see how we're scoring projects before we finalize the score. So it's set up so they have 3 days to respond. So if they see how we're ranking it, they have the opportunity to not provide new information, but to point out if we may have missed anything so that we can have the correct score before we finalize it. And then those were issued on January 30th, and you have 3 days to respond. So I do want to acknowledge the team that does it's quite a group effort. So I thought what I would do, we have a lot of new folks as well, so I'm going to read this list and just ask that the staff can just stand briefly so we can acknowledge all the hard work you've done. So Jerry Bain is the Director of Real Estate Lending. Katie Hall is the Real Estate Coordinator. Ryan Hamlet was the South Real Estate Production Analyst. Daniel Miller, the North Real Estate Production Analyst. Peter Nelson, the Tax Credit Specialist. Chris Nevels, the Home and CPG Manager. Doug Newport, who's not here, he's out doing inspections, actually, the Design and Construction Review Analyst. Matt Rayburn, I think all of you know, he's Executive Director and Chief Real Estate Development Officer. Celia Ringel, who's our Portfolio Analyst. Samantha Spurgo, Director of Real Estate Production. Evan Fee, who's our Central Real Estate Production Analyst. One of our newest members, Stephen Torrey, who's our Real Estate Investment Advisor. So hopefully I didn't miss anybody. There are more people than just who work. These are the folks that we spent probably 7 hours together in a room, making sure that we're consistent on the reviews of the application. So definitely a great team effort. So with that, I'm going to get to the 2018 tax credit recommendations. So these are in alphabetical order. The first project is Biggs Workforce Housing. This project will be in Fort Wayne and Columbia City, requesting $921,521 tax credits. They'll have a family designation, and it's new construction. It'll be new construction single-family homes addressing the need for workforce housing in these communities. The developer is Biggs TC Development LLC. Next project is Blue Mozingo. Blue Mozingo is in Indianapolis. It's requesting $1,134,438 in tax credits, $500,000 development. They'll have 72 units. Part of this permanent supportive housing. So this is preserving existing housing and also providing permanent housing for those that have experienced homelessness. It's rehab and the Developers Partnership Housing Development Corporation. Boonville Homes is the next project. This project is in Boonville. Tax credits just over $1 million. $500,000 in development funds. We're creating 44 units. Family designation, providing new construction, providing workforce housing. This is actually the first tax credit development that we've done in Boonville. So addressing a need there. Developer is MB Residential Development LLC. Next is Central Lofts. This project will be in Evansville. Requesting $1.149 million credits. We'll have 62 units. Designation is family. You'll see tax-free use of IHCDA in downtown Evansville. And the developer is AP Development. Edinburgh Commons is the next project. This project is in Edinburgh. It is requesting $271,426 tax credits. It's a family designation and rehab, so it's a preservation of existing affordable housing being funded through our preservation set aside. And Wood Cooper Development Incorporated is the developer on this one. Next is German Church Senior Apartments. The project is in Cumberland. Requesting $886,000 in credits, $500,000 in development fund. They'll have 60 units with an early designation, and it's new construction. It's historic. It's adjacent to the historic church that you can be familiar with, and will complement the efforts for that church. And the developer is TOWNHOMES LLC. Miller Parrott LOFTS is the next project. This one is in Terre Haute. The request amount is $870,000. Development fund $500,000 request. It'll be 54 units, elderly designation, and it's the adaptive reuse of a former industrial building, turning what has become an eyesore, rehabbing it to create affordable housing for seniors in the Terre Haute community. And the developer is Vision Community. Neighborhood Homes and Apartments is a project. One is in Columbia City, Fort Wayne, requesting $1,188,503 credits. It'll have 50 units. It'll have a family designation. This is the project that, as part of it, they're reserving 12 units for those with intellectual and developmental disabilities. It's being funded through our community integration center side. And Biggs PC Development is the developers on this one. Next is OTTERBEIN Commons in OTTERBEIN, requesting $526,000 in credits. It will have 32 units, elderly designation. It is the, family designation. It'll have reuse of the former nursing home. Also, setting aside units for those with intellectual and developmental disabilities, so also community integration set aside. An area for development and Keller Development are the developers. Riverview is the next project. Riverview is in Vincennes, requesting $730,000 in tax credits, $400,000 in home, and $500,000 in development fund. They'll have 44 units, family designation. It's new construction. It's right on the banks of the Wabash, adjacent to the walking and biking trail. Will be, and the developer is MOZINGO. River's Edge is the next project. Will be Fort Wayne. $1.2 million in credits, $500,000 development fund, $1,000 press fund on requests. It'll have 56 units. It's a permanent supportive housing project designed for homeless and at-risk individuals and families, and is being developed by UpDevelopment. SLOCUM Point in Fort Wayne is the next recommendation. It's requesting $650,000 tax credits. It will have 4 units, family designation. It is the adaptive reuse of the former SLOCUM School in Fort Wayne, and also a new construction addition, and it will be developed by Bright Point and PARROTT. Next is TIPTON Senior Apartments. This project is requesting $665,000, 1670 credits, $500,000 development fund. It'll have 49 units. Elderly designation, new construction, and addresses the need for rural housing in Tipton. It's the first tax credit deal that's been recommended to Tipton in about 20 years. And TWG Development is the developer. Next is TRAILSIDE TOWNHOMES in Kokomo. The tax credit request is $742,500. Development fund $500,000, about $100,000. They'll have 45 units. Family designation. Actually, it's the highest scoring out that we had in this round. New construction. It'll have 45 lease purchase units, and it's being developed by Atlantic. Union Place Apartments is the next project in Lafayette. Requesting $828,148 in tax credits, so about 40 units of permanent supportive housing project being affected on the housing first set aside. New construction, targeting chronically homeless, frequent users of emergency services, and at-risk to become homeless individuals and families. In Lafayette Transitional Housing Center, and Keller Development were developers in this project. WAGON Works is the next recommendation in EDINBURGH. It's requesting $794,541. It'll have 56 units. family designation is construction. It's being funded out of the Stellar set aside. There are 2 projects in that set aside. And as part of the Stellar plan, being developed by Paragus Development LLC. The final recommendation is Warren Village 2. This project being proposed in Terre Haute. The tax rate request is $706,016. Requesting $310,000 for development. They'll have 40 units. We split 20 units in multi-family buildings, rendering what you see in 3-bedroom single-family homes. So it complements the first phase and adds to the affordable housing stock in the city of Terre Haute. And low-income housing, the Corporation of Terre Haute is developed.
4, any questions for that? If not, I'm ready for the resolution.
Yes. So staff respectfully request the board approve the following resolution. Resolved that the board approve the following aggregate allocation of low-income housing tax credits in an amount not to exceed $14,421,490. Aggregate allocation of development funds in an amount not to exceed $4,310,000. An aggregate allocation of home funds in an amount not to exceed $800,000. Allocation of National Housing Trust funds in an amount not to exceed $400,000. To the developments listed in Table B is more particularly described in the development sheets attached here to as recommended by staff.
Board, we have a resolution for entertaining motion.
Move to approve. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Those nay. Motion prevails. Thank you, Ann.
Thank you.
And please welcome to the side.
Now I can't find my director. All right, I'll go off the top of my head here. Let's see how I do on this one. Awesome, thank you very much. Back in November, we started reporting the IHCDA board meeting. We started posting that alongside of our minutes and the website. So I wanted to give you just a quick update on the touches that we're seeing from the recordings. For November's board meeting, we had 24 videos posted on YouTube. December, we had 57, and January, we had 19 viewers. So definitely people are going to watch the meetings. That's been very helpful, and I hope the public is appreciative of our ability to continue to post those meetings for people to see. We plan to continue to do that. With that as well. We have been getting some questions recently about these census tracts called opportunity zones under the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017. It allows the governor to nominate 25% of the state's low-income housing census tracts as opportunity zones, and these are subject to approval from the U.S. Department of Treasury. And Indiana has the opportunity to nominate 155 census tracts as opportunity zones. Once these zones are certified, certain investors with federal capital gains advantages can make decisions to invest into these areas. And so this is obviously a really important opportunity for us to designate these zones to attract capital. And these areas are obviously, since they have been economically distressed over the years. So, why I'm bringing this up, we have been getting some folks approaching us and asking us about the process that's happening with the state with this designation of the 155 zones. The state is required to have those zones either designated by March 21st, or the state can ask for an extension to April 20th. So next week, the state will be announcing a little bit more detail onto the process of how we will go about certifying the opportunity zone. So just if you haven't signed up for IHCDA info, I would encourage you to sign up for that because that's how next week we'll be releasing more information on the process that we'll be using to designate these zones. I just want to make sure that board was aware, and IHCDA is one of there's multiple things, obviously, that are working on this. So next week, we'll plan to, we'll produce a little bit more information on the process, how we'll go about designating things.
Well, you know, I guess there's a question going now, so
Yeah.
I have a personal question, but will maybe be able to apply or just the state just make that decision without input from people?
We definitely want to make sure that we're getting input from our communities, and we need to, so part of next week will allow you with information on how to provide that input to us, so that we can analyze it and understand. We really need to understand what type of investments can be made, what are the opportunities for private capital to be invested into these areas. So a lot of that is going to be really relying on you to provide us with the feedback. We need to make sure that they have that opportunity.
Thank you.
I've mentioned over the past that give you updates on the performance-based contract administration that IHCDA has with HUD. As HUD released a draft RFP that breaks up PDCA contract into regions, and our contract has been broken up into a region that also includes Illinois. So we have been working closely with the Illinois Housing Development Authority, strategizing a response when the RFP does drop from HUD. So I just wanted to bring you up to date on where we are on that. Currently, as of today, we have not received any more information from HUD on the process we're going to use for PCA procurement. However, we continue to work with IDA, the Illinois Housing Development Authority. We have bi-weekly calls. We're working with them on a cooperation agreement that's going to confirm our accountabilities and our responsibilities and the action steps that we will take when the RFP does become available. We anticipate that RFP will give us only 30 days to respond. So we're doing all of our due diligence to make sure that we're going to put forth a competitive application for that.
Illinois and Indiana are partners together in trying to help, but you two are going to partner with them.
No, they just designated the 2 states, and they'll be taking applications. They take applications from folks that are not part of the housing agencies. We chose to work together, cooperative effort, have a good relationship with the Illinois Housing Development Authority, so we felt like IDA currently does not administer the PDCA program in Illinois, and it's done by a third party or a different vendor. In Indiana, IHCDA does. So we wanted to partner together because we do feel that PDCA is best when it's administered by a state housing finance agency. So we want to make sure that both of our states are working together to ensure that happens. Just sometimes you like to know what I'm up to. So I'm sure we'll think I'm up to. I am on the National Council State Housing Agency's Board of Directors, and their director stepped down at the end of the year. And so, no, I'm not going there. I don't have any council to do that. But they have asked me to be part of the selection team to identify the next executive director for NCSHA, and I have been working on that. And we plan to announce the new executive director for NCSHA in next month. So we're wrapping that up actually tomorrow. So we plan to announce a new executive director for NCSHA. NCSHA is a membership organization that I belong to along with the other HHAs, and they provide us with really good training opportunities and collaboration and sharing of best practices amongst our states. So it's a really great organization, and it's been really rewarding to be part of that. So a couple other items here just for the board. IHCDA is going to be moving our offices. As you know, we're currently on the 4th floor and the 10th floor at 30 South Meridian. We have entered into an LOI with TIPTON Development here to move to the 9th floor, and we'll be able to consolidate all of IHCDA's office into 1 floor. So we'll be taking over the entire 9th floor directly right above us. We plan to be in the offices by Labor Day as well. really tight and need to get that plan already in place. So we're working on that. And then next, probably in the 1st of March, we will have available for probably the board 2017 IHCDA report. So we're finalizing that well and highlighting a lot of the great work that our partners who are here today and our staff do. We plan to have that available for everybody here in the 1st of March. That just gives you a little bit of an update on kind of where we are and what we're up to.
Any questions? There any additional on the first board? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move to approve.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any nays? Thank you all very much.